Welcome to CCG TV, the Keep Columbus Beautiful Earth Notes. And for those of you all who are tuning in for the very first time, I'm Gloria Weston Smart, the director for Keep Columbus Beautiful. And our mission is to educate and engage individuals to be better stewards to our environment. And yes, that means you. We need for you to help us enhance beautification, eliminate litter and blight, and to protect the environment. So thank you for tuning in. We are always interested in looking to bring information for you to take back to become a better steward. So if you are not recycling, please know that you can call 311 today and request your blue bin, and they'll bring it to your door with instructions as to what you can put in there and tell you the days that you can place it out on the curb, and you can become a recycler, and that'll be a first step for you. And I tell you right now, we're getting ready for spring. Another thing that you can do to be a good steward is to clean up around the outside of your home, or plan to clean up in your community. We'd love to help you do that. We'll supply for you gloves and trash bags and just help walk you through the whole process. Again, make sure that you do your best to take care of our environment, because it gives us life, not quality of life. I have a wonderful show for you today. My very first guest is Sharon Baker. She is from Aflac. They're one of our business partners. We've been partners since, really, I've started in 1999. That's a long time. So welcome to our set, Sharon.
Thank you. I'm glad to be here, Gloria.
Good. It was so good to see you this morning, and it was even better to find out that you are a member of the only or the best sorority in the whole world, and that's Delta Sigma Theta.
Yes, I can agree.
I
concur.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about you and what you do at Aflac?
Okay. Well, as you've already mentioned, I'm Sharon Baker. Actually, I've been with Aflac for about 20 years.
Okay.
The area that I work in Aflac is actually helps us actually do maintenance on our payroll accounts.
Okay.
But because I work for such a great company that allows us to do a community service,
yes,
I was able to also assume the position of the Green Committee chairperson
Wonderful.
for the events. And so that allows me to participate in green events at a different level, so I'm always excited about that.
That is exciting too for us, because we need to have a lot of business partners doing the same thing that Aflac is doing. We're excited that you all are recycling almost, 70 some odd percent of all of your solid waste?
That is correct, which allows us to divert, I think, roughly almost 900,000 pounds of waste that doesn't go to the landfill, because we're able to do that.
That is awesome.
And we want to increase that. Our goal is to get to 85%. So, and then from there on, we want to go even higher.
I know that's right. And we're excited. It was exciting for me to learn that you all, too, have put up some solar panels at one of your sites.
Yes. One of our buildings, our CSC location, has the solar powers, and so we've been able to see some savings due to that effort as well.
Good.
Just really excited about some of the things we're doing.
Okay, but we're here today to talk about Earth Day,
yes,
which is, it's exciting that we have a day designated as Earth Day to bring about awareness about taking care of our environment. But really, Earth Day should be every day for us. But you all always plan a wonderful Earth Day event, and we're looking forward to being out there on your campus. Tell us about your Earth Day activity.
Yes, we'll have it. The Earth Day event will be on April 20th, and it's really something we're really proud of, because it allows our employees to participate, and we get to partner with local businesses that come out, much like yourself, to kind of educate our employees. So that's really a great thing. And in addition to us having vendors throughout the day there, we also have an opportunity for our employees to bring items to shred, their e-waste as well, on that particular day. And we have prizes, giveaways. And although we concentrate a lot of our efforts here locally, we do have other locations throughout Aflac, in our Albany locations, Omaha, Atlanta. Those locations will also be participating with events of their own on the same day where we're doing here at headquarters.
That's awesome. And when we have business partners like you all and Columbus Waterworks that are always doing something to engage their employees into becoming a better steward to our environment, that's so important, because we take so for granted the air that we breathe, the water that we drink, the vegetations that we eat, and that is what gives us life, and that's a part of our environment, and that's why we're having Earth Day, and we're excited because we're going to bring our Step and Repeat banner out there, and we want to interview some of your employees, and we're just going to be talking some trash. That's what we're going to do.
Be great.
We're talking about trash because we're finding a lot of trash on our roadways, and you know, we actually created pollution, and we have to be the solution to that. So it's important for us individually to take on our responsibility, and then collectively we can do the same thing. So is there anything else you'd like to share with us?
Well, we're just looking forward to seeing you guys. One other thing I want to kind of mention with our whole campaign here, something that we introduced that is going to allow and also reinforce our employees.
Okay.
We introduced what we call a Stick with Green campaign, and it's all part of our overall Green Committee effort.
Okay.
But it allows our employees that whenever they exhibit green behaviors, that they can earn a sticker.
Oh, okay.
And at the end of the year, in December, we'll be doing an overall drawing for all of those people that have completed their Stick With Me or Stick With Me green cards, and they will be provided with a gift card at that time. But
Awesome.
it's an ongoing thing, and we thought that maybe if we were to institute something that help them with the behaviors or reinforce those behaviors, we would get them to repeat them.
You can when we become an adult, you know, because it's hard to change mindsets of adults, adolescents and adults. But once they go through that experience,
yes,
you know, they can change those behaviors.
Exactly, and so giving them kudos for doing that, and then it's going well, and we're really excited about some of the things that we'll be able to start with, and maybe this can grow to.
Yeah, and you know what? I was reading through some information about the campaign that you all have too for your employees. What it says, take only memories and leave duck prints.
That's correct.
That's a small imprint to leave, and that's what we want people to do, is to leave a small imprint with our environment, with the things that they do, you know, and make sure that they're cleaning up behind themselves, and you know, that they are practicing good habits by turning the water off when they're not using the water, you know, things like that. Those are important things for us to do, and we need to make sure we're taking care of that Chattahoochee River because it supplies for us 100% of our daily use water.
That is correct, and that's one of the efforts that we normally partner also with.
That's right.
And I think it's around September it normally happens. We normally have volunteers out there, so we're trying to just stay in touch with those things that will help the community, but also bring awareness to our employees.
Wonderful. Well, thank you. I am so happy to finally meet you face to face.
Yes.
And we're looking forward to working with you as we work with prior presidents or chairpersons of your green team.
Yes.
And we have another event that'll come up before school starts, and we have a teacher recycle day.
Yes.
And so we'll be working towards that we work with you all on. And we just can't thank Aflac enough for your business responsibility to our environment. You're doing an awesome job.
Thank you.
Thank you for being here, and feel free to come back at any time.
Okay, sure. We can talk about other stuff.
That's right. Absolutely, absolutely. Now you all stay tuned. We'll be right back with another guest that's going to give you some more information. So William Kent from Columbus Waterworks. He and I are going to be talking trash.
All of us share a responsibility to keep Columbus beautiful. You may not intend to litter, but if you're not securing the items in the back of your pickup truck, you may be contributing to the problem. Please don't use your truck bed as a mobile trash can. It doesn't take much for the debris to blow out on our roadways, causing an unsightly and hazardous mess. Law enforcement is out ticketing litterbugs, so do your part, secure your load. Nobody likes a litter bug.
Welcome back to CCU TV, the Keep Columbus Beautiful Earth Notes, and I'm here with a wonderful, handsome man who I've been working with for a good long time with Columbus Waterworks. So I know that you're going to really want to hear what he has to say. William Kent, welcome back to our set.
Good morning.
We need to always bring you back because you're like what they call it, a staple, somebody who just stays here all the time. We're always together doing some things.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, and it's mainly because of the water that we drink, right?
Yes, ma'am.
And the water that we take our baths with and we cook with, and because you actually are the one who is responsible for all of that good clean water.
I am responsible for water quality, yes, ma'am.
All righty then. Okay, so now there may be some guests who are just tuning in for the first time and may not know what you do at Columbus Water Works. So why don't you tell us that, and then we're going to start talking trash.
Okay, I'd be glad to. I'm the manager of environmental services. My responsibility is to ensure that the water quality that we drink every day that comes out of your tap is of the highest quality possible. I'm also responsible for making sure that the water that we treat at our South Columbus Water Resource Facility meets the standards and exceeds the standards for what we put back into the river.
That's right.
So we do all the testing, we do all the regulatory enforcement, we do several things, watershed protection. So I enjoy my job. I've been doing it for 25 years, love what I do.
Good.
And looking forward to several more years being partners with you.
It's always good to love what you do, and it's always good to do something that's important to other people.
Absolutely.
And everybody who lives needs to have water.
Absolutely.
And so I want to congratulate you for what you do. And then you also are serving as the
Yes.
chairperson of Keep Columbus Beautiful
Yeah,
Commission.
you twisted my arm and got me to do it. Yes, you
Oh, I didn't do that. But, you know, I'll take credit because you've done an awesome job. We
thank you.
want to let
Thank
you know
you.
how much we appreciate what
Thank you.
you do in the way of volunteering for the commission. But then we also serve on a committee, the Have to Hooch Committee, where we are engaging. Last year we had over 10,000 people, and
Yes,
we're
we
looking
did.
to do the same thing this year. And it's all about the trash.
Yes, ma'am,
so
it is.
Tell us about what's going on with trash. Did you run across any trash coming out here to our set today?
Are you kidding? You can, and I want to engage all of the community to open your eyes as you're driving down the road, because it's everywhere.
It is.
It doesn't matter where you go, and you need to start looking, you know, and see how much trash is actually on the roads. It's embarrassing.
And it didn't get there by itself.
No, it
No.
didn't. We did it.
Well,
You know, we did
somebody
it.
did it, right.
Somebody did it. And you know, you know, people throw out their trash bags and just anywhere and everywhere.
That's
and
right.
and I wanted kind of to say this. So, but when we do the training this year for the you know, law enforcement and the code enforcement people,
Right.
just be aware that if they find bags of trash and they start opening it up and going through it, and there's something in there that leads back to you, they're coming to get you.
Absolutely.
And I'll say that because the law enforcement officers, if they see you throw something out the window or something flies out of your truck, you know, they're going to give you a ticket.
That's right.
You know, one of our new commissioners just this week come up with a tagline. I don't know if we'll use it or not, but I love what
I
he
love
said.
it too. I
Yeah.
think we probably will.
Yeah, and it goes like this: throw trash, pay cash.
I know that's
so-
right. And so we're looking forward to developing that.
Absolutely.
And actually, we want to thank the Mildred Miller Ford Foundation for giving us some funds to really pay for the campaign that we're going to be doing later on in the year, and it's all focusing on trash.
Yes, it is.
It's going to be a media campaign, radio, television, social media, trying to get people to understand that it's important for every one of us not to litter. Now, you know, when we talk about littering, we see it on our roadways. Tell us what happens when it gets into our water stream.
You know, it's one of the things that I do is to ensure the water quality, even in the creeks and streams, and that's our number one non-point source pollution. If you go out onto Bull Creek where it goes to the river after a huge rain event,
That's
you just see I mean pounds of it just flowing out the river. And there's a location just south of us called River Bend. It's where the river makes a huge turn and it opens up and it's real flat. If you go down there, it's just islands of trash.
Just see trash.
Where do you think it comes from?
Yeah, it comes from individuals.
It comes from Columbus and Phoenix City after it rains.
Yeah.
And that degrades water quality. We're drinking this. You know?
Right.
So think about this, folks. You know, you're throwing trash and it goes out into the river. That's where your water comes from.
And another thing too, our viewers need to understand too, is that when they have pets, they need to be good pet owners.
Yes.
Pick up behind your pet. We want you all to scoop the poop. Scoop the poop.
Yes.
And we used to have a project, and we probably need to bring that back too
Yes.
this year for our Help to Hooch efforts.
Yep, I agree.
Because cleaning up behind our pets is so important.
Yep.
You know, it's just, we have that responsibility. We created all of the things that we're finding on our roadways, and that's making its way to our main watershed.
And to the point about scooping the poop, people have to understand that dog waste, especially around creeks and streams, when it rains, runs off into the creek.
That's what it
And
does.
that's bacteria. You know, so.
Absolutely. And I understand that we've got one of our little lakes or streams here that's really high in pollution.
Well, not pollution, but bacteria.
Bacteria,
We're working on it. So.
Yeah, okay. Well, good. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to share?
Well, I just want to make sure that we are talking trash this year.
That's right.
You know,
Well,
I
we're
really,
talking trash.
really want to make sure people understand that, you know, we're getting our leaders involved, our
That's
city
right.
leaders, and you know, we really need to focus on trying to reduce this. It's a terrible
absolutely.
problem, really is.
It really is. But you know what I've found too in communities, before trash pickup day, trash ships is being placed on right away
Yes, it is.
in plastic bags, and that's okay if you're going to use them. But the law says that you need to place those on your curb the day of the
right.
pickup.
That's right.
And not leave them there for a long time. So it's important for us to make sure that we are not putting items out that if dogs or cats in our community are coming out and they get into it and then they strolled up and down the road.
Other animals too, raccoons.
Absolutely.
They'll get into it and stroll
Right.
it everywhere. So.
Everywhere. So it's important for us to just make sure that we're doing our part.
Yes.
If we do our part, we won't be able to find the litter that we're finding on our
That's right.
on our
That's right.
roadways. It's important.
You know, as a community, we should be embarrassed by this.
That's right.
We really should.
Well, it is embarrassing to me, and I think because it's my job, I see it everywhere. I'm
Everywhere.
always looking, and
Everywhere.
I'm always seeing litter. But you know what I do? I'll call 311. It's important for you all who are viewing to call 311 to report any violations that you might see, whether it's high grass, junk cars, litter on our streetways, potholes. Call 311 to report it so that it can be addressed. But more importantly, it's important for you all to not litter, just not take those behaviors on.
Yes.
Yeah, it's important.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because it affects all of us.
It affects all of us.
And our quality of life.
Yes, ma'am.
Absolutely. Thank you again for coming and being here with
As
me.
always, I love
Certainly
it.
do appreciate it. We'll
Yes,
look
ma'am.
forward to seeing you the next time. I want you to have a wonderful day.
I'm gonna try.
And for those of you all who are tuning in, don't go away. Got another guest coming up that you'll want to hear about. It's Mr. Dr. William Billy Kendall. We'll see you in a minute.
All of us share a responsibility to keep Columbus beautiful. You may not intend to litter, but if you're not securing the items in the back of your pickup truck, you may be contributing to the problem. Please don't use your truck bed as a mobile trash can. It doesn't take much for the debris to blow out on our roadways, causing an unsightly and hazardous mess. Law enforcement is out ticketing litterbugs, so do your part, secure your load. Nobody likes a litterbug.
Welcome back to CCG TV. I told you I had another guest, and I know you all are excited about meeting him. However, I need to tell you all that Earth Day is coming up on April the 22nd. However, on the 21st, the Keep Columbus Beautiful is bringing a project to you all that I know you don't want to miss. We are going to have river meals on site at the Columbus Library off of Macon Road from 9 until 1, shredding personal papers. So once you get finished watching our broadcast today, go ahead and pull all your papers together. Remember, on Saturday, the 21st, we are going to be celebrating Earth Day by allowing you all to bring your personal papers so they can be shredded at no cost. Also, I need to mention that Midtown Columbus is also having a big cleanup, and we're excited about that. So what we're doing is we're providing for them gloves and trash bags for their cleanup. And we're also making arrangements for our community service to pick up that trash once it's picked up on that Saturday. We can do the same thing for your community. All you have to do is call 311, ask for the Keep Columbus Beautiful Commission, and we'll talk with you, and we'll walk you through it, and we'll help you make that happen. So don't forget, it's important for you to do your part. Earth Day should be every day, because we need our natural environment to live, and it's up to us to really make that difference. So now, Dr. Kendall, thank you for coming on our set.
Thank you, Gloria. You know, it's a pleasure to visit with you annually. Of course, I'm here primarily to speak about Keep Columbus Beautiful Commission, that of course we refer
Right.
to as KCBC, our annual awards luncheon.
That's
but
right.
I did want to mention before we got into that conversation that April is the month that we celebrate the arts in Columbus, and,
Okay.
and the annual Art Beat celebration. And of course, it's about an appreciation of the arts in
Okay.
the community. And one new activity, and of course I relate that to KCBC and beautification. is what we refer to as Express Yourself Art Walk, and it's encouraging the public to get to know and to interact with the sculptures in the Uptown Columbus area.
Do you remember that old song, Express Yourself?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, okay.
But anyway, we're encouraging the public to learn about the sculptures.
Okay.
And there's a form that you can download on the ArtBeat website, or you can pick the form up at one of these locations, Nonic or the Iron Bank Coffee House, or the Synovus Uptown Branch, River Center, and the Columbus Museum. And you're given 12 pieces of art. You're to choose 6 and then turn back on the back form and express yourself as you're interacting with those art pieces.
Sounds good.
And those boxes, the ArtBeat boxes, are in those same locations along with the forms. And you just place your form back in there, and then you'll be eligible for some drawings, for some an evening out at some local restaurants, and tickets to the Spring or tickets to the River Center.
That sounds good.
Anyway, we're really excited. Express Yourself Art Walk.
So let me ask you this: is that a statuette with the girl with the umbrella? Is that one of the pieces that's on there?
Not this year. It will be at some point. But we, like I say, we've identified 12 pieces of art this year, and you only have to select 6 of the 12.
All right then. So now, is there anything else going on with your job at Greystone Properties?
Well, there's always a lot happening at Greystone. We're excited about the many properties that we have and the opportunities that we're providing the community. We have wonderful, beautiful communities and with exciting amenities. So there's always showing those properties and new properties coming on. So that's an exciting exciting job and an exciting time for us at Greystone Properties.
Yeah, you do have some good properties. I used to stay in one right up off of Moon Road some years back. But,
well, it's resort living. What can I say? You just come home and put your key in the door and go in and enjoy the community.
I know that's right. Now, let me thank you first for the job that you've been doing for many years. You've really have been recycled on and off the commission, the Keep Columbus Beautiful Board, for many years. Since I've been there, and that's over 20 years, you've come on and off the board, and you do an outstanding job. We need to have more people who are committed when they volunteer like you are. Because a lot of times people come in and they'll say they're going to volunteer, and then maybe if it rains, then they won't show up, or if any little thing happened, they may not show up. But I can say that we do have some great volunteers on our commission, and you all are appointed by council. They make wonderful appointments, and we do appreciate all that you have done in the past, all that you are doing, and all that you will do for Keep Columbus Beautiful.
Well,
don't ever think that we don't appreciate what you do.
Well, and I know that, and I appreciate your kind words. Of course, you're easy to say yes to, Gloria.
Well, I don't know about that.
But yeah, speaking of volunteers, and that's what we're going to be speaking about.
That's right.
You know, the Keep Columbus Beautiful Commission is a wonderful opportunity if you're wanting to get involved in the community. Of course, it's primarily, and what we're focused is about the environmental stewards of the community, but we have so many projects throughout the year.
We do.
And whether you want to chair and spend a great deal of time, or whether you just have an hour.
That's right.
There's all kinds of opportunities, and whether you're talking water or beautification or litter.
Picking up,
there's just all kinds of programs. So it's a wonderful opportunity for our citizens to get involved in the community is through this organization.
Right.
Now, that's what this is about.
That's right.
The annual luncheon that we're going to be speaking on. And of course, it's about thanking our many, many volunteers. It's an opportunity for the organization to reflect back on the past year and our accomplishments.
Right, that's
and then it's a way to thank the citizens and the volunteers of this organization, but the citizens, the community, by recognizing their efforts as stewards of the environment. We, at the luncheon each year, and that's what it's about, is recognizing individuals.
Absolutely.
Young, and I won't use the term old, but.
No, just say seasoned.
Seasoned,
Seasoned
yes.
is a good word to
seasoned.
use, right.
Whether it's individuals or organizations, businesses, churches, schools, we have several awards category
That's
and
right.
announce winners in each of those categories. But anyway, the event this year is going to be back for the second time at the Cunningham Center. We had a wonderful experience there last year and decided to return.
Yep, they
So
have
it's-
great technology out there.
Yeah, they do, and it's a beautiful facility too. But this year, the event, the KCBC Awards Luncheon,
All right,
is going to be on Thursday, May the 10th, from 11:30 a.m. to approximately 1 o'clock.
That's right.
So it's an opportunity to come and thank these citizens and recognize them, and then we have a wonderful lunch.
And really find out what people are doing to be good stewards for
Oh,
our
yeah.
environment. You know?
Exactly.
Because I'm so excited that we're going to honor people from Fort Benning, from Phoenix City, Alabama, from Harris County, and Columbus.
Right.
You know, so this is our tri-community, or our what do they call the Greater Columbus area?
Yep,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right.
That's what we're going to do. So we're excited about having that kind of a commitment, people being involved.
Right. And this year's program, of course, we tried to mix it up and make it exciting each year after year. But this year, for the second year, our MC, one of our MCs, is former Miss America, Mallory Hagan.
That's right. She did an awesome job last
Yes,
year.
she did, and she
Yes.
will be joining us as MC. Of course, she's a former anchor at WLTZ. And this year, joining her from WTVM
Right.
is news anchor Jose Zazaya.
Okay.
So we'll have the two of them MCing the program. We also have a choral group
That's
from
right.
Rainey McCullers School of the Arts that will be performing.
Right.
And then, of course, the stars of the afternoon are those individuals that
people
we're
who-
recognizing.
Absolutely.
But it's Thursday, May the 10th, at Cunningham Center. Reservations are $30 for adults.
That's right.
And of course, lunch comes with that. And then $20 for students.
That's right.
And you can make those reservations by contacting the KCBC office.
Absolutely.
And we just encourage the public to come out and learn about KCBC and again, to recognize those stewards of our community.
That's right.
In the area of environmental programming.
And it's so important for us to pause to do that, because people don't have to volunteer.
Right.
But they do so with a wonderful spirit, and we do need to take an opportunity to thank them for what they've done. And it's important for people like you to be at the top of that. I mean, you do a wonderful job. I can just remember, I reflect on some of the things some of our themes that we've had. Our theme this year is Talking Trash, of
We
course.
didn't mention that.
That's
yes,
right.
Which is important.
It's so
yes.
important. And last year our theme was beautifying Columbus with gardens.
Right.
We had a Green Acres theme. We had a Wizard of Oz theme. We had to dress up in all those costumes and do different things. It was fun. You always make it so fun. And I guess that comes from your love for the arts. So
Well, and you
always
know,
look
you
for-
talking trash. I've said as a child of the 60s, and of course that big push for beautifying America through our First Lady at the time, Lady Bird Johnson.
That's right.
I really think the citizens in my age bracket, it was instilled in us, it was almost a moral obligation.
just don't
that
throw
you did
trash
not
out the window.
throw
Right.
one piece of trash down in public and put it in the appropriate place. So I'm amazed that now, I guess a generation later, we're having to readdress that.
Yes.
And so, yes, it's very important, and we failed to mention, that this year's theme, of
That's
course,
good.
is Talking Trash, and that's
Absolutely.
what we'll be doing at the award
At the
ceremony.
awards
in-
luncheon.
in addition to the recognizing those individuals. And let me also say, for our viewers, and maybe thinking a step ahead and a year out,
Okay.
that about February, we start asking for nominations
That's right.
for
Applications,
individuals,
that's right.
organizations, businesses, churches, and schools that are making a difference.
That's right.
So I would encourage them, it's too late this year
That's right.
to get in a nomination, but it will not be for 2019.
That's right.
So if they want to think about doing a project themselves and getting someone or nominating themselves, or if they have a friend or a neighbor or a business that's doing some things and
That's right.
projects and making things happen in terms of protecting our environment,
That's right.
I would encourage them
Them
to
to
think
do
about
that.
nominating somebody for our next season,
for next season.
2019.
Okay, so you all heard that. You know, we're getting ready for our 2018 Awards Luncheon. Again, it's going to be held on May the 10th from 11:30 to 1 at the Columbus State University Cunningham Center. And we are going to honor schools and businesses and organizations and individuals for their stewardship to our environment. And you can become one of those people that can be honored at our luncheon if you become a good steward to our environment. And as Dr. Kendall has said, you know, we actually encourage you to look forward on next year to, yes, around February when we really start to send out our applications for you to fill out and submit. That'll be wonderful for you to do, and we would love to be able to honor you all for what you're doing. Don't forget, it takes all of us to keep Columbus beautiful. We can't do it alone, but we can do it together. So it starts with our individual responsibility. Please don't throw trash out of the windows of your cars. Please don't drive up to a traffic light and empty your ashtray on the side of the curb. Please make sure that around your home, items and trash is not around your homes that can just go through our sewage system and make its way to our main water system. We need every citizen in our community to take on the individual responsibility to be a good steward to our environment. And so we need for you to talk trash. And so talk trash to people to whom you know, those people who are under your sphere of influence. Let them know, you know, that 311 is available for them is there for them to call and report any infractions of our environment. If the trash truck is coming and if trash is coming out the back of the truck, you can call 311 to report that too. But it starts with you. So we're looking forward for you all to become a good steward to our environment. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you the next time right here on CCG TV.